when God created human being, God ordained marriage. There is a purpose for it. And in Genesis chapter 2, verse 18, in the scripture, this is read. God said, "It is not good for man to be alone." There itself, God put down the real purpose of marriage. God decided man that he created with his own hands need a right companion for him to be successful in his life. So we know the story that God gave a sleep to Adam and brought the most beautiful woman, Eve, before him. And I want to give an applause to all the men sitting in here, that I usually say, if God took one small rib and made this most beautiful woman, you know how much more it is in here? Know that you are wonderfully and fearfully made. There is so much in you that going to be brought up through the creation of Eve in his life, so that the fullness of man can be brought out in the real purpose of God. In his words, God said, marriage is all about companionship. This morning, this afternoon, that's my focus. Marriage is all about companionship. We cannot be alone. From the presence of Adam, and the enemy was waiting for one of them to be alone and to catch the weakest one. Never leave each other's company. Stay close in your heart, in your mind, in your life physically. Stay together. Then you will not give a chance to the enemy to come in and whisper anything that destroys the family. Today, what happens in this world is that they stay away, they're married, hey, I love you and all. But in reality, they give room for the enemy to step in. They stay away, and that destroys the family. And from this day, I want to encourage you. Have the companionship. Stay close to each other. Never give room for the enemy to walk in and whisper something negative to destroy the family. In Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 12, the wisest man who ever lived in this world says like this: two are better than one, because they have good reward to their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him up. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him. And a threefold cord is not quickly broken. Every reason to be together is said here, because in life, what false slip can take place when your companion is close to you. The companion can lift you up. Nobody is perfect, no perfect one in this world. But when you are there for each other, you lift up each other, and still you can walk in your life together. And when you are so close together, it warms you in every aspect of your life. It's not just physical alone, in mental, in your spiritual life, in every aspect of your life. To warm you up, you need to be together. That's why the companionship is important. And finally it says to prevail against the enemy. When somebody comes to attack you, together you can win over them. So companionship is important, and that's why in the beginning God said it is not good for man to be alone, and he found the solution, giving the best partner, companion that he can have. And God has brought Joel, Raina, and Raina, God brought Joel in your life. You are together to have that great companion. Secondly, marriage is for godly purpose. It is not just for human pleasure alone. Of course, it is there, but there is a divine purpose for the marriage. God has ordained a purpose even before you are going to be joined together. Because in our purpose, even before our birth, there is a purpose written in heaven. So in this generation, God has a divine purpose for you. Soon after you say I do, and go along, stay together, and kneel down, and pray together, and ask God, God, reveal to us your purpose. And as we walk along, we want to fulfill your purpose more than anything else in this world. Gain wealth, gain friends, gain positions, gain everything you can, but never forget about that there is a divine purpose God has. Fulfill that divine purpose. God said to Adam and Eve, be fruitful and multiply. In every aspect of your life, there should be a fruitfulness. The joy of the Lord must be shared to others through your family life. Number 3, marriage has a spiritual meaning. It is not just to be together, to have companionship, and to just to enjoy the pleasures, but there is a spiritual meaning. It shows our relationship with our Master, Jesus Christ. It is an intimate relationship. As the days go by, we get closer to each other. So must be our relationship with Christ. You know, I've been married for more than 40 years. And after 20 years, there was a big turn that took place in our family life. It is with difficulty we move sometimes. But I heard this, and I know she is watching too, so I can probably say, I heard recently she is saying to somebody, the best marriage years was this last few years that I look back. It was not easy, but as the days went by, difficulties were there, problems were there, but we didn't fall alone. We got more closer in companionship, realized we are together to help each other. So marriage is that companionship. Our relationship grow daily as we grow in Jesus Christ. And I want you to understand, relationship is built. It is not automatic. Just because you are married, don't think that it is going to grow. Unless you put an effort, you must build a relationship. You must build a companionship. Don't wait automatic switch to be on so that you will grow. No, it is an effort that we have to do. Then only it will go. An effort must be made to build that relationship closer and closer. Money can buy a house, but it cannot buy a home. Money can buy a book and get knowledge, but money cannot buy wisdom. Strong chains do not hold the marriage together. It is threaded together daily in the presence of God. That is why Solomon said, 3 cord never will be broken. What about how that intimacy comes? Without love, there cannot be intimacy. Intimacy is achieved through love. What is the greatest example. For God so loved the world, He gave His only begotten Son. And that's how you express your love. We need to express our love by giving. You must give yourself to her, and she must give herself to you. And that is the way that love can be built up. It requires determination to give. You have to decide, my life, my time, my energy, everything that I have is for Rheda. Rheda must determine that everything that I have is for Joel. You might have very good friends, close friends, but you have to determine the best will be given to my companion. And that's how you grow in companionship. It requires dedicated time to be in an intimate, deeper relationship. Time is important. Spend time together. Always, whatever the time that you can get, spend time together, because intimacy costs your privacy. It costs your individuality. It costs your personal choices. I don't have the time to explain all this, but in points I am saying it costs, and determine to make that commitment to grow that companionship in the Lord. The married life is a garden in which you enjoy everything within the principles of God. Remember the garden. God said you can have everything, but there is a restriction. In marriage, you can have all the enjoyment within the principles that God has given. So protect what God has given and keep it safe. And I know that God gives wisdom to do the right thing. And it is my prayer and our prayer that Joel and Rheda will, together in companionship, establish hope in this generation, not only for your pleasure and for the joy of everyone, but for the kingdom purpose at large. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord shine His face upon you. Congratulations from Thomas family. God bless you.